Lord, thank you for the stories that remind us of our humanity. As we talk through this episode, help us choose honesty over pride, peace over winning, and courage over fear. Cover this conversation and everyone listening. Amen. Hey everyone, welcome to What's on the TV Tonight, your cozy corner for all things TV. From the comfort shows that make us feel seen, to the ones that make us laugh, cry, or yell at the screen. We're breaking it all down, but it's not just about what we watch. It's about how those stories connect to real life, the comfort they bring, and the lessons we carry with us. I'm your host, Shani, aka SeniTelly, and every Friday we'll dive into the shows we love and what they teach us along the way. So, what's on the TV tonight? Hello, and welcome back to the podcast. Welcome to another episode of What's on the TV Tonight. We thank God it's Friday. Welcome to the weekend. Cheers to the freaking weekend. I drink to that. Yeah. Anyways, how have y'all been doing? How's yours week going? It's January the 23rd? The 23rd. Yep, January 23rd. And where did January go? No, literally, it's like, does January have somewhere to be? Because what do you mean we're already in the last week of January? Like, it feels like January just started, like, New Year's was just yesterday. So what do you mean we're already towards the end of the month? Like, where are you going, January? Please let me know so I can follow you, okay? So I'm just like, well, I don't know. I feel like as you get older, I saw this thing on Twitter. I don't know if it was Twitter or somewhere I saw it, but as you get older, the days move faster. And I don't know if it contributes to the fact that, as adults, we're busy, we're going to work, and we spend 8 hours at work. Well, technically 9 hours at work. And then also the commute to work is like 2 hours in total to get ready for work and another hour. So it's like your whole day is gone. So your whole day has been consumed by work. So when you get back home, it's to eat for an hour, chill. The next thing you know, you're going to bed. And then the next day, you're repeating the same thing over again. So, of course, the day's going to go faster. And that's why the day goes faster, the week goes faster, the month goes faster, which is so crazy because it's like, as a kid, the days felt so long to the point where at 7 p.m., I was already tired. I was ready to wind down and go back home because I would spend the day with my friends. And then at 7 p.m., I was ready to go home and go to bed. But still, it felt long. And I don't know if it contributed to the fact that as a kid, I always woke up early. Like I'm by 6 a.m., 5 a.m., I'm up and ready to go. So maybe that contributes to it. But as an adult, I've realized the days are just really going by fast. They're literally going a mile a minute. And it's like, chill, okay? Like, please slow it down. Cause now I just realized I'm gonna be 27 this year. And it's like, dang, where did the time go? I was just 17 last month. Okay. I was just 17. Like, where did the time go? So it's been a trippy one for me, but wow, the fact that we're almost towards the end of January, we thank God for letting us to see the month of January and to even getting us this far. He's too good. He's way too good, and no one compares to him. But how's your guys' month been going? Your New Year's been going? Like I said before in my last episode, this year's just been such a fantastic year, and it's just January. And it's just January, and I'm so excited, and I'm just so glad to see how the coming months and the coming days and the coming weeks just unfolds. Like, I'm just honestly, I've been seeing the 2016 throwback trend going on, and honestly, 2026 is really feeling like 2016. I honestly feel that because for some reason 2016, I thought 2016 was a great year for me, just me myself, just to see that it was universally a great year for everybody. And it's like, what magic was in 2016? What was it about 2016 that made everyone feel like it was an amazing year? For me, I was entering junior year of high school, and the summer of 16 was just honestly groundbreaking for me. It was where I found myself essentially. I found my confidence, even though I was already confident, but there was just something about that year of 2016 that made me just literally soar my wings. Like I was flying and I had the time of my life in 2016. Like 2016 was such a great year. And then to see that everyone shared the same sentiments about 2016 is just so interesting. I'm just like, what is it about 2016 that was so special? You know? The fact that everyone feels that same magic about 2016 is just so crazy to me, and I just love it, and I love seeing the trend going on, and this is why I've been on my Snapchat, going through my Snapchat to see if I could find anything to post, but 2016 me, at the time, I was a baddie, okay, and Imma stand on it, but seeing it now, because 'cause I'm a baddie 2.0, obviously, it was very I'm like, "Yikes," "Ooh, okay, girl, why would you do your eyebrows like that?" I have no clue, but that's 2016 Shani, and she was still T, okay? But anyways, today we're talking about Heated Rivalry. Heated Rivalry. I actually watched this, I think, a couple of weeks ago now at this point. It's been out for a minute, and if you're not familiar with Heated Rivalry, it's based on a book called Game Changers, but Heated Rivalry kind of capitalizes on Shane and Ilya, and they're these two hockey players that meet their rookie season, and it first starts out as you know, I can't stand you, I hate you, and I wanna beat you at every game, to, "Ooh, let's hook up, you're hot, let's get it shaken." So, it's such an interesting concept, and I love it because this is an amazing show for my leg booty community. It is such an amazing show that kinda, like, just highlights and just kept on and just shines a light on the LGBTQ community and does a really good job at highlighting that aspect of love. Because I feel like with TV shows, we're always seeing heterosexual romance. We're never really properly seeing queer romance or just general gay romance. We don't see that a lot. So to have a network like HBO Max really like shine a light on it was just so beautiful, and they did it really well. They did it really, really, really well. But my opinion of Heated Rivalry, I promise, guys, I don't have anything negative to say about the show because I really enjoyed it. But my opinion might be a bit controversial, and it might be unpopular. It just might be, just a little bit. But don't fight me on this. Don't shoot me on this. I beg of you, do not be mad at me with this one. But personally, I think bear with me now. I think Scott and Kipp, their romance, their story was better than Ilya and Shane. Please don't kill me. Please, 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 please. Don't kill me. Please, I beg you, okay? Hear me out, okay? Hear me out. First of all, I love Shane and Ilya. I like the whole will they or will they not. Like, I love that. I will eat that up every time. And I love the enemies to lovers trope. I will eat that up every single time. But you know what the writers did that messed me up was bringing in Scott and Kipp. And funny enough, because I haven't read the books yet. I haven't read Game Changers. I haven't read Heated Rivalry. I have not read any of these books. But to see that Game Changers is about Scott and Kipp. So the author starts out the whole series with Scott and Kipp. So I'm gonna definitely read their books now because I really loved episode 3. And it's so crazy because I'm hearing that people hate episode 3 and people think that episode 3 was pointless, which is so insane to me because Ilya and Shane will not have happened. They would not have gone to that cabin if it wasn't for Scott and Kipp. So put some respect on Scott and Kipp's name, okay? Put some respect on Scott and Kipp's name because they are the reason why Ilya found the confidence to call back Shane and be like, I will go to the cottage with you, okay? They are the reason. So put some respect on Scott and Kipp, okay? But Game Changer is about Scott and Kipp, and the way their romance happened, I just thought it was the most cutest thing ever. And I don't know if it's because it kind of happened instant, so I kind of like really ate it up and loved it. Unlike with Shane and Ilya, where it was more of a slow burn. And it's crazy because I eat up a slow burn also. I love a good slow burn. So I don't know what I was missing from them that I just could not get the hype. I do not get the hype with Shane and Ilya. Like, I'm sorry. They just don't do it for me. But I like them. When I start to compare them with Scott and Kipp, mind you, there's no comparison because they're all different characters. They all have their different story. But in terms of feeling something, I felt more with Scott and Kipp than I felt with Shane and Ilya. And hear me out. This is why I felt more. I love the fact that Scott, first of all, pursued Kipp and he was really like adamant on it and showing Kipp that I'm gonna come to your smoothie shop every day until first of all, I get the courage to ask you out. And secondly, that you don't forget me. And the same with Kipp. Kipp started researching on Scott, started watching his games. It literally felt like love at first sight. And I just thought it was the most cutest thing because I love a good yearner. Scott was a yearner. Kipp was a yearner. And I love a good yearner. And so when they got together that night, it was just the most cutest and beautiful thing ever. And I was just the amount of times I had to take back the apartment scene, no, the amount of times I had to take it back was crazy. Like, I was obsessed with it from the moment Kipp got into Scott's apartment to them getting together and then Kipp getting up to leave and then Scott telling him to stay. I I could just see it in my head right now as I'm talking. That was the most cutest thing ever. You guys need to understand, like, Scott and Kipp, there's just something about them that's just so they do it for me. They do it for me. Like, they're just that couple to me. And then in the morning where Kipp gets up, finally, and then goes to the kitchen and starts making Scott a smoothie. And then Scott wakes up, meets Kipp in the kitchen, and then, like, picks him up. God, I beg. I ask of you to stop this episode and search up Scott picking up Kipp on TikTok or on Twitter or somewhere and see what I'm talking about, okay? Like, like that scene did something to me, y'all. Like that scene did something to me. Like I literally obsessed with them. And then what really like kind of like nailed it in for me was after Scott's game, which is the tumultuous episode 5, where Scott finds the confidence to, be himself and just express his love for Kipp out loud without caring about what the world thinks or anyone thinks, and just wanted to show the man that he loves that, hey, I love you and I don't care what anyone thinks. This is who I am and I want to show the world who I love. And so the fact that after his game, he signaled to Kipp to come down to the rink and, meet him. And then they just like embrace and then kiss was just the most beautifulest thing ever. And it literally started a fire into Ilya and Shane to wake it up like, hey, I actually really like you. And I want something with you. And seeing people that are in the same position as us be themselves wholeheartedly without caring pushed Ilya to ask Shane to go to the cottage with him. So I'm like, people cannot be disrespecting Scott and Kipp because without them, we would not have had Shane and Ilya in the cabin, in the cottage. We would not have. So put some respect on Scott and Kipp. They are the reason that your faves even got the courage and the balls to actually really pursue one another. But let me go back to Shane and Ilya. I think Shane and Ilya were really cute. I really think they were. And I really love that whole enemies to lovers. Like, you can never go wrong with enemies to lovers. Like, literally, you can never go wrong. Like, the angst and then the chemistry. Like, what? Excuse me. Well, literally, even episode 1 with their first scene together with them in the hotel, I was like, whoa. Well, let me pause this right now. I had to call my friend. I said, girl, what you have me watching right now? Because why am I feeling stuff? So like that first scene with them properly being together really like I was like, okay, I'm eating it up. I'm here for it. Their chemistry is just out of this world. Like I was like, wait, what? Like their chemistry is too good. It's too good. And they portray these characters so well. Especially like Ilya, that man is not Russian. That man is from Texas. I said, what the? That man is from Odessa, Texas. How in the world, like the accent is insane. And this is coming from someone that does accents. I like to think it was. I love a good British accent. You want to go for some tea or, have a little shrimp on the barbie. Okay, I think that's Australian. But either way, like the way he does his Russian accent is just crazy to me. Like, whoa, But yeah, I think they're so cute and the chemistry is just out of this world. And I really did like the journey of the fact that it took them damn near 10 years before they actually properly got together, which is crazy because it's like, oh my gosh, finally, please, like, this is torture, you know? But I like the slow progression of them. That's why I'm like, I'm gonna eat up a slow burn. I truly will eat up a slow burn. It's just more so maybe I feel like there was some unnecessary parts that I was just like, "Oh, please, I'm tired now." But I think that just also me just being fatigued with shows in general and not just because of Heated Rivalry. But I really like the journey that it took because I feel like they each had to find themselves and find their place and their footing in their game, in their life before properly, you know, getting together. Because I feel like if Shane and Ilya instantly got together right off the bat on their rookie season, the relationship wouldn't have lasted. It wouldn't have because I feel like Ilya still had a lot to figure out within himself, with his family, and just with him in general. And then Shane, vice versa, you know. And I just personally feel like them getting together instantly would have done them a disservice. Unlike them getting together 10 years later, it really shows that, okay, Shane has found his confidence. He's tried out women, first of all, and sees that he does not like women. He knows who he is. He doesn't have to guess or second guess that, oh, do I like women or this or that? You know, he knows what he wants, you know? And with Ilya, he knows from the back, he's always known what he wants in terms of his sexuality, you know? But still, it was good to know that he still needed to really truly figure out who he was as a person and who he wanted to be moving forward, especially moving forward with Shane, you know? So I feel like their relationship makes sense in terms of why it took so long for them to get together because they needed to build each other. In order to be with someone and be with a partner, you need that time to build yourself before you can build a relationship. You need to figure out who you are, what you want, and how you want it, and how you go about it before even uttering the idea of having someone in your life, bringing someone into your life. Because I think that person is also going to be a part of you. You know, they're going to be a part of you. So you need to figure out how and when and why you would even like want to bring someone to your life and if you are ready for it, you know? So I just personally feel like it was perfect timing with Shane and Ilya to get together 10 years later and drop the rivalry part because at one point it gets to a point 10 years and still, you know, and I like the fact that throughout that 10 years they were still like having pockets of relationship with one another and also other people and just also figuring themselves out. I feel like it just makes sense. And I love the way the show does it to where, yes, time has passed, but you don't really realize how much time has passed. You feel like you're in it with these characters. And I really enjoyed it. I really did. And I just really loved it. And I like the intertwining Scott and Kipp into Ilya and Shane's relationship because even though these are two completely different stories, one had to happen in order for the other one to wake up, you know? So I just think it was really beautifully done. It was such a fantastic show, and I can't wait for season 2. And I hope season 2 is longer than 6 episodes, because 6 episodes doesn't even make any sense. I don't know why we only got 6 episodes, but I think it's 'cause, like it's the first season, and they didn't know how it would be received by the audience. Maybe that's why they did only 6 episodes. But personally, the audience wants more. At least 10. You can give us that. You can give us 10 episodes. You know, HBO Max, pretty please, cherry on top. Please give us 10 episodes at least. At least, okay? The people want it. The people are begging. The people are yearning for it, okay? But yeah, Heated Rivalry, 10 out of 10. Do I feel like Shane and Ilya are a little bit overhyped? Just a tad bit. Just a tad bit. Okay, nothing crazy. Okay, y'all don't kill me. Don't kill me. Okay, I promise I love them. I do. Just I personally feel like the hype that they have compared to Scott and Kipp. But then again, I know Scott and Kipp. They were only like in what 2 episodes and mainly just the one episode 3. But in terms of their relationship, I just feel like they need to also be respected. And I think that's where my annoyance comes from when I say like with Shane and Ilya being overhyped. They're properly hyped. Okay, so let me not even say overhyped. They are properly hyped. The hype that they have is well deserved. I just don't want people to also downplay Scott and Kipp and say like, oh, their episode was unnecessary, because it wasn't. Their episode needed to happen. Ilya and Shane needed to see that relationship happen, you know, because how would they have gotten the confidence to even like, especially Ilya, to finally realized that, "Hey, Shane, I want you, I love you, and I wanna be with you, and I wanna see you," you know? And it's happened. And then also the cabin scene where Shane's dad catches him, and first of all, Shane doesn't give his parents enough credit. He does not give his parents enough credit. The fact that he's so close with his parents and he didn't feel, like, confident enough to tell them about his sexuality, or to the point where he felt like they were gonna turn their heads away from him, which is crazy because I don't see that from his parents, and even seeing the way he was with his parents, I would not have seen that. But at the end of the day, you just never know what goes through the mind of someone that's trying to come out. Because at the end of the day, it's tough. It's really tough, and like you just never know how other people are gonna receive it. And I hope one day we live in a world where people don't even have to come out. It's just a regular thing, because it's so weird. The idea of like, oh, a straight person coming out as straight, like, okay, as time goes, I know the world will evolve to where it's just, well, no one ever needs to have that whole "I'm coming out" thing, and it's normal, you know what I mean? But it was still generally beautiful to see how his parents were easily receptive of him and Ilya and their relationship. I thought it was just so beautiful to see, and it was just a nice representation of a good support system, really. That's what it was, a nice representation of a good support system, while on the other end, with Ilya's family, it's not the same. And I think that plays a factor in why Ilya was even the way he was, in terms of he was a hard shell, doesn't really let people get in, and has this persona that he puts up, or this wall that he puts up to make sure that people don't get in and see who he truly is. Because deep down, Ilya is a softie, and we can see that when he's around Shane. He's obsessed with Shane. He loves Shane down. And the fact that even when Shane was freaking the F out when he was with his parents, Ilya was still there caressing him, holding him, just like to show that you have me. You have the support of me, your boyfriend, your lover. So I really love that scene, the fact that they can lean on one another. And I feel like that wouldn't have been possible if they had happened immediately in their rookie season. So they needed that time to grow. They needed that time to really truly figure out who they wanted to be in the relationship. So I think it's just beautifully done. Loved it. And literally no notes. I have no notes. I just personally feel like people should put some respect on Scott and Kipp. That's my humble opinion. But yeah, that's really my 2 cents with Heated Rivalry. And I can't wait to, honestly, please let it be more than 6 episodes. But if it is 6 episodes for season 2, I'm gonna still eat it up, no problem. But I'm gonna definitely get the books and try to read them before season 2 comes out, because I want it, because apparently there's just more to it. And I feel like with books, that's always the case. There's just more in the books. But I'm definitely gonna get those and read those. And honestly, I might actually do an episode on a book. I might do that, because your girl be reading, okay? Your girl be reading. And yeah, I might have to do that. Like, start a little mini book club, if anything. LOLs. But that's really it. And also my remote control, what I've had on the TV. I watched Welcome to Derry on HBO Max. So I've been on a HBO Max resurgence, because it's, for a while I stopped watching HBO Max because they want to be like Netflix and they want to log a girl out. And it's like, ew, why would my brother have an account and you want me to pay for an account? Have you lost your mind? Because I'll help you find it. I'm not paying for another account when my brother already has one, So I just kind of was off of HBO Max. But my brother was able to add me onto his account to where I could create an account while it's still under his subscription. So it was cool. So I was able to catch up on Heated Rivalry. I was able to watch Welcome to Derry. And I was able to start catching up on True Blood again. I only have 3 more episodes left of True Blood, and then I'm done. And I watched Welcome to Derry, and I finished everything, and I'm obsessed. Like, I'm not a horror movie buff, but like, Welcome to Derry gave me life. Like, I've watched both It movies, I did, and I really liked it, but I didn't love it as much as I loved Welcome to Derry. And I don't know, it's because Welcome to Derry kind of just expanded on Pennywise and just the It's franchise in general that I love so much. And I'm going to talk about this in another episode, but I really love the fact that they were able to connect The Shining to the story of Pennywise. Like, it's just so beautiful. And I'm going to talk about this in another episode, but I was watching Welcome to Derry, and I watched People With Me on Vacation. It's a movie on Netflix, and it's based on the book by Emily Henry, People We Meet on Vacation. I bought the book, And I was waiting to read the book before I watched the movie, but I was so impatient. I was like, let me just watch the movie. And I kid you not, I was obsessed. It reminded me of To All the Boys I Loved Before. It gave me all the feels. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, God, when? But it's such a beautiful story. And I loved how the movie was able to really like do it. That's why I haven't read the book, so I really cannot compare it yet. But so far, I really enjoyed the movie. But that's what your girl's been watching, and yeah, that's it for today. To be honest, hope you guys love this video. Thank you guys for episode. Not because if you're not seeing the video, but I'm gonna start trying to be consistent with posting videos on YouTube. Your girl's just busy. She's trying, okay? Because she used to be in her editing bag, but she don't have time to edit. But I'm gonna start trying to do that again because why not? But hope you guys really love this episode. Thank you guys for coming, and I will see you in my next episode. And oh my gosh, let's talk about these shows. Literally, leave a comment on my TikTok, on my Instagram, send me a DM, recommend me a show, whatever it may be. Let's chat, okay? But thank you guys for listening. Hope you guys have a lovely day or a lovely night, depending on when you're listening to this. And make sure to check us out on Instagram and TikTok at What's on the TV Pod, and Twitter at SeniTelly, and YouTube at SeniTelly. And thank you. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Okay. God bless you guys and have a great weekend. Bye.